make it pink, make it blue, make it both. Today I'm doing my Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty tutorial for my Disney Princess series. Sleeping Beauty is one of my absolute favorite Disney movies. When I first started dating my husband, he used to play that movie for me so that I could actually go to sleep because I had a hard time sleeping at his place, and it's just really sweet that he did that, so it sort of like has like a sentimental value for me. Also, it came out the year that my mom was born, so that's a little extra added, you know, oomph. I think that the art style of Sleeping Beauty is probably among the better ones that Disney's ever done. It's fantastic, especially the sets. Animation back then was filmed on stills, and so the background would be a separate piece and each layer would be a different piece. They actually stopped doing fairy tales for a long time because Sleeping Beauty was so expensive, but I love the whole thing, the opening of the book, and of course Maleficent is so, you know, such a wild and out there character that by comparison Sleeping Beauty herself seems kind of boring. She's, you know, she thinks she's a peasant and then she falls in love with the prince and he wakes her with a kiss and it's just kind of like, ah. So even though this is like my favorite Disney movie, when it came to selecting a color palette for it, it was really difficult because most of the punchy colors that are so interesting in the movie actually belong to Maleficent, and I don't want the Disney Princess tutorials to be based on the villains. That's a separate thing to me. And so I decided to go with the fairies who were fighting over her dress, whether it was pink or blue. So this is a pink and blue look. I haven't done a tutorial like this in a little while, so I'm really loving it. All the glitter and drama and all the sexualness that's going on in my face. I'm so in love with this, and I hope you guys like it too. Alright, so I'm going to start this out with the La Roque Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I recently got this. Ooh, lost the cap. I recently got this with a eyeshadow palette that I got, which I will review for you guys in due time. Next, I'm taking a piece of tape here, which I've already pressed onto my skin elsewhere before placing it on my face, that I get a slightly less sticky piece. Carefully place that on the outer corner of my eye. The next thing I'm going to do is take Bulletproof from Sugarpill and a precision brush like this one from Sigma. And I'm drawing sort of a half circle cut crease over the ball of my lid. This is going to kind of create a frame for where the blue will be placed. Next, I'm taking Poison Plum, also from Sugarpill, and this is a pencil brush from a Australian brand called Furless. And I'm going to blend that right into the black as I'm placing the color. Going a little heavier in the outer corner and fading it in the inner corner. The next color I'm going to use is the blue, and I'm going to apply that wet. I'm going to use a synthetic brush. This one's from Samantha Chapman, and a bit of Fix Plus, but you can just use water. Spray the brush down so that it gets a little bit wet, but not too wet. If it feels overly wet, just kind of blot it on a towel or something. And then I'm going to use this color here from Sugarpill called After Party. And I tend to have one side of a shadow that I'll use wet and one side that I'll just use dry. And then start placing that color on the naked part of the lid. And then something that I always like to do when I use a shadow wet is to then go over it with dry shadow to set it. If you've lost some of the blackness of your cut crease in the process of layering on the blue, just go ahead and go over it. Now I'm going to layer some of the blue and the purple together. I just did it on this side and I absolutely love the way it turned out. So what we do to one side, we must do to the other. So for my highlight today, I want something really nice and bold, so I'm going to use a white. This is also from this palette from Sugarpill. I'm using a lot of Sugarpill today. I feel like Sugarpill is almost synonymous with my Disney Princess tutorials. Whether or not that's true, I'm not sure, but I feel like their color palette really speaks to the bold colors I like to use in these tutorials. So Anyways, I'm applying this with a 252 brush, which is a nice big flat brush. It's also good at blending as much as it is good at applying color. And then I'll go back with the blending brush and just sort of... Oh, I love it. Now, one thing I haven't done in a while is a frosty highlight, so I'm just like really feeling it right now. I feel like this needs to be like a glitter shimmer party. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. eyeshadow transformer palette, and I'm going to use this blue shade here. It's like a blue-violet duo. And just place that right there at the peak of the brow, and then mess it around to meet everybody else, and everyone's having a good old time. Yes, ma'am. I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. La da 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 da. Alright, so now that my bottom half of my face is kind of looking a hot mess from all the fallout, let's make it worse with some glitter. I'm going to use this one. It's from Lit Cosmetics. It's called Trend. It's sort of a jewel blue. I'm going to use their waterproof or water resistant glitter base. I haven't used this one yet. And the brush that I'm going to use to apply this is the Sigma E45. It's one of their precision brushes, which I love. Dip that in the glitter. So you see our eyeshadow from before is simply a base and sort of a guideline for where we're going to place the glitter, which is going to be all in the bottom portion of the lid. So once you have your glitter on there, you want to make sure it stays all night. I'm going to use Model in a Bottle. It's a setting spray. Ooh. Give that a mere moment to set. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape and clean up my face. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all of the glitter and all the fallout and everything from my face with a makeup removing wipe. It's nothing revolutionary that I do. I just, took it off. So then what I did to do this little inner corner bit here, which I think really makes it look cool, the color is actually removed from the actual inner corner, but it extends in towards the nose. I took a piece of tape and folded it over so that it wouldn't be quite so sticky right next to my eye, and placed it on like that. And then I went in with a flat shader brush and dipped it back and forth between the purple and the blue that we used and just filled it in. Really neat, right? I'm going to take the same piece of tape because no reason why not to reuse it. And I'm going to place that at the outer corner here. I'm going to take a little bit of a NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk. And I'm painting that almost as though I'm painting it on the outside, almost over the tape, just because I don't want to put on too much next to the shadow that I already have. And then just use a small brush to blend that on. Make that line really crisp. And then I'm sort of blending it out, and then I'll take my finger and wipe it so that it blends to nothingness. Then I'm going to use a combination of the rainbow shadows from Inglot to start patting that over. These are sort of like a light hot pink, if there's such a thing. And then I'm going to go in with Dolly Pop from Sugarpill, which is a nice bright pink, and really put that on heavy at the inner corner here, and then sort of flick it out to like fade it towards the outer portion. Next, I'm going to use a black liner in my waterline. This is a cashmere waterproof liner from Tarte. I think you guys pretty much get the drill with this. Then on my lash line, I'm going to use a glittery blue pencil. This one is from Milani. And just going to trace that, the outer corner in. I'm going to go in with the blue eyeshadow we were using earlier in a little small brush and just set the liner. So applying foundation isn't really something that I feel like you guys need like a whole tutorial on, since I have a foundation tutorial. However, when you're working around dramatic makeup like this, what I like to do is take these little small concealer style brushes and go around the edge and then go in with another similar flat brush and blend it out. So that way you just don't have to go in with the larger brush and worry about messing up your work. Just work delicately in the delicate areas and you're good. I want to apply a pair of false lashes, but to hide the lash band I just want a thin line of black, so I'm taking my Physicians Formula Eye Boosting Eyeliner that I always use. False lashes that I'm using today are these ones from Faux Lash. They're called Alexia. Sort of a fringed out style. Nice crisscross shape to them. Sure, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Okay, and then I'm going to place these on like that. And just a bit of mascara to blend in my natural lashes with the falsies. So I had planned on using this other lipstick for this look, but unfortunately I visited my in-laws the other day and accidentally left that lipstick at their house. So, as in life, you have to improvise. So what I'm going to do instead is use the Tarte Lively Matte Lip Surgence Natural Matte Lip Tint. Has a long name. And I'm going to paint that on my lips. Love this. It's nice, big, bold, punchy pink. And once it's good and stained on there, I'm going to go ahead and blot my lips. Then I'm going to go in the center with Dollhouse Pink from Wet n Wild. There in the center. And then I'm going to finish it off with this Milani lip gloss, Crystal Gloss for Lips in... Oh, the name wore away. I think this is called Raspberry Icing. Anyway. Nice bright pink with blue sparkles that sort of brings it all together. So what we have going on now is a whole lot of look on the eye and a whole lot of look on the lip. It's really, really bold and punchy, which I'm all for. But it can be a little, crazy if I were to go in with a bold cheek. So I'm going to do something really light. This is Briar Rose Beauty Powder Blush. This is from MAC. This is from their holiday collection. Or not holiday collection. They did a Disney Villains collection. You see there's Maleficent on the cover there. So I'm just going to go in with a blush brush and just make my cheeks nice and sweet. Also adds a nice little glow. Who doesn't love a little glow? And I'm sorry, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the name of this blush is Briar Rose, which is what the fairies called Aurora. Okay, now I'm just piling it on because I'm a blush whore. I need to go to like Blush Anonymous and be like, hi, my name is Cora and I am a blush addict. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed my Sleeping Beauty tutorial. To me, the big thing was the fairies fighting over the color that her dress should be. Up until the end of the movie, they're like, pink, make it blue, make it pink, make it blue. So I thought that this would be kind of a fun play on it and kind of make it punchy and bolder for 2012. This would actually be a really fun New Year's Eve look because it's so like crazy and club kiddish and I don't know. I like it. So anyway, I hope that you're having a fantastic day and I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to vintage or tacky. Just be yourself. See you, bye.